I have a confession. I can't stop dreaming. And honestly, it's the best problem I could ever ask for. Dreams, ideas, endless possibilities. They have always been a constant in my life. But what I've learned is that dreaming on its own isn't enough. In this video, I'm going to share how dreaming big, not just in business, but in life, has fueled my success and shaped my journey. And more importantly, how you can stop sitting on your amazing ideas and start turning them into something real. So stick around, because I'm not just here to motivate you. I want to give you practical ways to use your dreams as a driving force for growth, fulfillment, and success. Have you ever felt like you're constantly swimming in ideas, some big, some small, and some seemingly useless at first? That's been my life. Honestly, I don't know if it's opportunities finding me or me finding them, but here's what I've discovered. So many of the things I dream up have ended up being useful in ways I never expected. For example, there have been moments when I've used a random idea I once scribbled in a notebook to solve a problem on a project. Or that one time I deeply explored a concept for fun, only for it to become the perfect conversation starter with someone I needed to connect with. It's like these ideas weave themselves into my life when I least expect it. But here's the thing, while curiosity has always been an endless source of fuel for me, it's not about just chasing every idea mindlessly. It's about knowing how to channel them, connecting the dots, and use them to create something impactful. This is where dreaming big gets truly exciting. Not just as a source of mental exploration, but as a way to bring more meaning and fulfillment into everything you do. Here's the truth. I've always been interested in just about everything. When I was younger, I went through phases where I wanted to be, well, everything. 1 month I dreamed about being a professional musician, and 3 months later I was convinced I'd become a chef. And not long after that, I was obsessed with painting. My curiosity knew no bounds. It was so much fun, though maybe not so much for my mom's wallet. But over time, something changed. I started to feel like I was bouncing from one interest to another, never really getting good at anything. I had tons of dreams, sure, but I was missing depth. And I realized that if I wanted to make something meaningful out of all of this creative energy, I needed to focus. That's when I made a rule for myself. For the next season of my life, I would pick one direction, one dream, and channel all of my curiosity and energy into it. Focus became my guiding principle. And you know what? The decision changed everything. When you align your dreams with purpose, it doesn't mean you let go of curiosity. It means you give it a roadmap. For me, this came down to asking myself a few key questions like, which dreams excite me the most right now? Does this align with my values or long-term goals? And maybe most importantly, am I willing to commit to this even when it stops feeling easy? These questions help me sift through the noise and choose what to pursue. It's not about having the perfect dream, it's about committing to what matters and pouring yourself into it. Dreams don't have to stay as daydreams. When you choose to align them with purpose, they can become your plan. Let me tell you a little secret. The number of ideas I have is honestly still pretty unhinged. I'm constantly brainstorming, designing, and dreaming up new concepts, but here's the thing, ideas on their own aren't enough. So I decided to channel that energy and that creativity into one specific outlet, and that's business. For me, business became this perfect playground where I could dream endlessly but also take action. I'd come up with ideas, build tools that were useful, and learn skills that I could actually sell or apply to make an impact. Over time, as I launched my companies, my focus sharpened even more. There's such an incredible amount of fun and exploration in business, so many intricate systems to understand and so many ways to innovate. But the game changes a little bit when you start having responsibilities, especially towards your business partners. That's when you can't just chase every idea. Now, I approach my brainstorming with a specific set of criteria. If I get a new idea, I ask myself 2 questions. Will this be useful for us in some way? And what's the effort to impact ratio? In our company, I am fortunate to have time set aside for R&D, research and development. That's where I get to explore and experiment. But I've learned successful execution isn't about running wild without direction. It's about prioritizing the ideas that can bring the most value with the least wasted effort. It's a balance between dreaming big and thinking strategically. As an example, there might be times when an idea seems exciting, but it doesn't really align with our goals or offer enough return on the effort it takes. Letting go of those ideas can be tough. It hurts even. But ultimately, it allows me to put more time and energy into things that truly matter. Look, I'd never tell you to stop dreaming or exploring. Honestly, that's where the magic happens. But turning those dreams into something real, that's where execution comes in. So next time you're bursting with ideas, instead of trying to chase them all, pause and ask yourselves, which one will have the biggest impact if I commit to it today? That question alone might change how you approach everything. So next time you're bursting with ideas, instead of trying to chase them all, pause and ask yourself, which one will have the biggest impact if I commit to it today? That question alone might change how you approach everything. Here's one of the most exciting things about curiosity. It doesn't have to stop. It's not something you outgrow, and it's not something that loses its spark when you focus your energy. If anything, curiosity gets even better when you combine it with tools, processes, and a sense of purpose. One of the tools that has completely changed how I explore ideas is the rise of AI. With it, I am able to rapidly ideate, test out concepts, and organize my thoughts using standard structures for brainstorming. It's like giving my creativity a turbo boost. And you know what makes this process even more fun? I document literally everything. I use Obsidian, my digital notebook, to store all of my ideas, every single one, even the ones that are highly impractical but sound really cool. And here's the trick. By documenting my ideas in one place, I don't feel the pressure to act on all of them right away. And you know what makes this process even more fun? I document literally everything. I use Obsidian, my digital notebook, to store all of my ideas, every single one, even the ones that are highly impractical but sound really cool. And here's the trick. By documenting my ideas in one place, I don't feel the pressure to act on all of them right away. I know they're stored somewhere safe, and maybe one day I'll revisit them. But for now, I can focus on the ideas that matter most. The process itself is what makes it exciting. Even right now, as I'm working on this YouTube video, I'm not just thinking about the end result. I'm enjoying the messy, creative process of figuring out what works. Curiosity isn't just about intellectual achievement or mastering one skill. It's about loving the act of learning itself. What's amazing is that curiosity doesn't just drive innovation, it brings fulfillment. When you're genuinely curious, everything becomes a puzzle to solve, a story to uncover, or a tool to experiment with. It helps you stay innovative, stay playful, and ultimately stay inspired. So my advice? If you're someone who's endlessly curious, lean into it. Use tools to document your thoughts, explore wildly, and then focus intentionally. But most importantly, don't forget to enjoy the process along the way, because that is where the real magic happens. At the end of the day, here's what I've learned. You've got to embrace the chaos. The ideas, the curiosity, the dreams, they can be overwhelming at times, but that's part of what makes life exciting. The key isn't to suppress your ideas or dull your curiosity. It's to embrace them fully and then channel them with intention. When you choose what to focus on with care, that's when the real magic happens. And that's how I maximize everything: the ideation, the doing, and the results at the end. So here's my challenge to you. Don't get too caught up in the pressure to act on every idea. Instead, start documenting them. Dream without limits, but choose which ones to focus on with absolute intention. And whatever you're building, creating, or pursuing, enjoy the process. Let the journey itself be part of the reward. This cycle of dreaming, focusing, and doing is one I'll keep coming back to for the rest of my life. And I hope you will too. So go ahead, embrace your chaos, dream big, and bring those ideas to life. The only limit is how far you're willing to take them. If this message resonated with you, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear about your crazy ideas that you're working on. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more insights, stories, and strategies just like this. Thanks for watching.